Okay, so I have to share the screen.
You can now, Khenpo?
Okay, no, I can. Okay, so now, can you see? Yes? Okay.
Yes, Khenpo.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Mary, please, opening prayer. Oh, she cannot unmute.
Okay, one sec, Khenpo. One sec, Khenpo.
Okay, she can now.
Okay, now you can hear me. All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly I will establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly I will establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Dalang Dagwar Jepe Dra no Par Jepe Gig Tarpa Dang Tam Che Kin Pa Bardu Cho Par Je Patam Keiki So Gid Pai Mana Dang Nyam Pe Sem Chen Tam De Wa Dang De Wei Du Nao Dang Del Jurna Lam Me Payang Dag Parzo Ke Sam Shu Rinpoche To Par Ya. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. We take refuge in the kind root Lama and lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Yidam. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progressed on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to Bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. I bow down respectfully with my body, speech, and faithful mind to all Tathagatas in the 10 directions, those who have already reached the Tathagata state, those who are reaching it at present, and those Tathagatas still to come. Through the power of Samantrabhadra's prayer, may all Buddhas manifest vividly in my mind. I prostrate to them, multiplying my bodies as many times as there are atoms of the earth. In each atom, I visualize as many Buddhas as there are atoms surrounded by countless bodhisattvas. Thus, all space is filled with Buddhas and bodhisattvas. I praise all Buddhas through magnificent chanting, expressing the great ocean of their excellent qualities. To all Buddhas, I make offerings of various pure flowers, flower garlands of music, anointing oils, magnificent light, and fragrant incense. I make offerings to them of fine garments, perfume, and potpourri, piled high as Mount Meru and arranged in the most beautiful way. I visualize the highest and most extensive offerings and offer them with great faith to all Buddhas. I prostrate to the Buddhas and make offerings to them, following the deeds of the great Bodhisattva Samantrabhadra. I confess to you, Buddhas, whatever negative actions I have committed due to the power of anger, desire, and ignorance. I rejoice in the merit of all Buddhas in the 10 directions of the great Bodhisattvas, Pratika Buddhas, and those who have attained Arhatship, those who have entered the path of Arhatship, and all other beings. I request to all great protectors and Buddhas to turn the highest wheel of Dharma as the light dispelling the darkness of beings in the 10 directions and leading them gradually to the enlightened state. I supplicate these Buddhas intending to pass into parinirvana to live long for as many eons as there are atoms of the earth in order to benefit all beings. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offering, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the supreme mountain, the 4 continents, and the sun and the moon. As a Buddha field, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha fields. To the lamas who possess the 3 kayas, I offer the outer, inner, and secret offerings. With my body, wealth, and all that is visible, please grant me the supreme realization, enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confessions, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenments of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Om Guru Retna Mandala Puja Mega Samudra Saparana Samaya Ahom. Unequaled refuge, ornament of the world, your fame pervades the 3,000 worlds. You are the victor, without a doubt. I bow at the feet of the Father, Jigdan Sunggung. Continually, I think of no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessings. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unelaborated nature of mind. Please turn the wheel of Dharma of the 2 vehicles and their combination according to the disposition and likewise the mental capacities of sentient beings. His wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of the clouds of the 2 veils, and perceives the various types of knowledge in their true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text at his heart. He has compassion for all beings who suffer from the darkness of ignorance in the prison of samsara, as a father for an only son. Like a thunderclap, he awakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and loosens the chains of karma through the 60 branches of harmonious speech. He wields the wisdom sword to cut the seedlings of suffering and to dispel the darkness of confusion. In the Bodhisattva form, he is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the 10 levels, and perfect in the body of all knowledge. I supplicate you, Manjusha, adorned by the 112 signs of a Buddha, to dispel the darkness of my ignorance. Om Paranas. Om Paranasadi, Om Paranasadi, Om Paranasadi, Om Parasanadi, 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 Om Papasanadi, Om
Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om
Parapasanati, Om
Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om
Parapasanati,
Arapazanade,
Parapasanati, Om
Om Arapazanade, Om Wangi Shorimo, Om Wangi Shorimo, Om Wangi Shorimo, Om Wangi Shorimo, Om Wangi Shorimo. Om Wangi Shorimo, 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 Wangi Shorimo. Om Wangi Shorimo, Wangi Shorimo, Wangi Shorimo, Wangi Shorimo, Wangi Shorimo. You who are the perfect, beautiful body, whose flame of wisdom blazes, and dispel the darkness of worldly ignorance, are posted before you in the place to Manjushri. 요네글은 장와보 이시도메랍드말 예든드 모멘살와 양발 양라산절두 Thank you, Mary. And now we going to do first we meditate. Then I'm going to share Essence of Mahayana. Morning, everyone. Wake up, please. Okay, so now I'm going to share stage of meditation. So the essence of Mahayana. Tamge duje jaje reisen dong yin je mada de je bonjong ba ser je lombo davre jibek ya je jarbe jabla ge san za dol jen jan jen de lo naro da marba mala Cheche gambo ba ba mo zhe ba jarwa zhi gong be ga ju lama nam la zorwan de rong men je je yen je ba dan sam san je gen je ngo nye ran sen je ge ngo san dong ze sa we la me nan la ge san za. Okay, so now essence of Mahayana. This we have the 4 tenets. So today's week, the main teaching has called 4 tenets. The first 4 dharma we finish, then so 4 tenets. This has Pakimokkhavao and the Bodhisattvas. So right now we are in the Bodhisattva practice section. Then last week, I hope you remember, it's a Bodhicitta section. It's if the book page 70. The essence of the Bodhicitta mind is through like compassion, causes compassion, then rising the Bodhicitta. So then how to like we generate love, compassion, the Bodhicitta. So we have to knowing all beings used to our mothers. These all beings used to our mothers wanting happiness. So the even wanting happiness, chasing happiness, create causes of suffering, and also extremely suffering within samsara. So many beings create causes of suffering. Then even wanting happiness, but no one like really not creating any causes of happiness because due to ignorance. And knowing that, and then we wanted to help them, wanted to liberate them. So that's the core is actually Bodhicitta, wanting to liberate them. So now today, page 72, the categorized Bodhicitta. And in this section is when we talk about Buddhist philosophy or the monastery, the teaching, in this section is important. But one, just generally people who want to practice Bodhicitta. And so we knowing this is actually not the big deal. In this case, categories Bodhicitta, the different levels of Bodhicitta. So we, practicing spiritual path. So there then called the first one is we call accumulation merit path, and then engaging path, and then seeing path, and then meditation part, and then non-learning part. So it's 5 part. So that's a 5 part, and then also bodhicitta is each different level. This part is changing, different names. So using different examples. Then each this part, of course, like our right now accumulation merit part. Then this accumulation merit part also has many levels, stages too. And then go to engaging part also has different stages. In that, we just say engaging part, but there has different levels. So all this part, different levels, the bodhicitta is become developing strong and strong. So that's why it's and there has a different example acknowledges calling the bodhicitta name. So here says root text. So such so yonting lamdang monjok dom means understand the division of the grounds, permits, and so forth, and the qualities part, and the vows aspiring in the engaging bodhicitta. So this bodhicitta, is all these different permits levels also, then different understanding, like we have to know. Then the point is bodhicitta has 2 types, engaging bodhicitta and aspiring bodhicitta. So aspiring is like we wanting to do. It's called aspiring. Engaging means like long as we are in the action. So drawing is called engaging bodhicitta. So the Patrol Rinpoche, he mentioned, when you listen and teaching, then there has these 2 bodhicittas. Like first, like you want to join teaching, and you want to know Dharma, receiving. So that's called aspiration, aspiring. Then why I wanted to listen and teaching. We, knowing right now what we have in samsara, worldly activity things. So there we knowing that it's not truly benefit. And worldly activity or is, we knowing when we die is gone. It's nothing we can take with us, is going to lost. So then knowing that, we knowing that is meaningless. Worldly activity is meaningless. Right now, when we are alive, of course, temporarily, worldly activities benefit our surviving, life. But when ready to die, and then all our whatever we've done in the worldly things is useless, and then nothing can benefit. Also, nothing can we take with us. So only follow the karma, positive karma and the negative karma. Positive karma is our positive, company or benefit company, and negative karma is harmful when we die, us, so future life. So then future life also follow the karma. So now we wanted to practice the Dharma, we knowing that, in this life, future life, doesn't matter, is within in samsara. And the point is we wanted to reach liberation, free from that. So that's why we're taking the bodhicitta. I want to liberate. I want to have other beings liberation. Then, people can receive the bodhicitta vows. So bodhicitta has 2 types, like we call relative truth bodhicitta and absolute truth bodhicitta. All the Buddha's teaching is bringing to these two categories, relative truth bodhicitta and absolute truth bodhicitta. So Buddha teaching bring to 6 parameters: generosity, conduct, morality, patience. These 3 is called relative truth bodhicitta. And then meditation wisdom is absolute truth bodhicitta. Joyful effort is can be bought. So this 6 parameter is all the bodhicitta. So now the point is when we Patrol Rinpoche say when we listening teaching, and then listening teaching has the 6 parameters, and listening teaching has this aspiring bodhicitta and engaging bodhicitta both. So aspiring is we knowing like or what I mentioned, the samsara or whatever we're doing is meaningless. Then I wanted to liberate. That's the reason I wanted to, go to learn Buddha's teaching and listening. So cultivating, meditate. I want that, you wishing, you wanting. So that's called aspiring. And then you come into the teaching, like, now you're into the zone. Your listening teaching is called engaging bodhicitta, engaging, you action in ready there. So then when you listening teaching is also part of generosity. Usually, the listening teaching, the, mandala offerings and mentalic offerings, they usually, go to temple, flowers or whatever, something, donations or drawing people. It's a part of generosity. So then also your time, like we, usually our times are put into worldly activity. So now we make the time for Dharma. So that's also time, is part of generosity too. And then second is called morality, good conduct. And when we are into the Dharma teaching, then we have good conduct. So we, stop all the worldly activity, especially, of course, not possible to when you listen to teaching humming for other beings. We stop that, and our body, speech, mind is become put into the spiritual path. So that's a conduct. Then you need patience. So patience is when you listen to teaching, take time, you give up worldly activity things, bring to time is all for Dharma. And during the listening teaching, like letting go all the other things and put hardship too. Right now in Asia is very late. And that's also your patient still come to Dharma teaching. And here I am places too early morning. Also, have to wake up very early morning to share teaching. That's also patient too. So that's the order, like whatever you put, we put hardship, more harder things, and effort is part of patient. So that's more beneficial than usually, something activities. If we put more hardship for the practice of Dharma, that's more benefit. So now, like time due to time, you have to go to sleep, but give up that, your sleep, maybe very joyful, pleasant sleep is give up for put the Dharma, that's a passion. Listening teachings. Okay, so there are many things, every individual has different situations. So due to many situations, you're giving up that and bring to your, focus Dharma. Some people very hard to sit down and, wanting Dharma and even, very hard to listening and sit down. So you give up that also your many worldly desire something, difficulty, you carry. So for the Buddha Dharma effort is always patience. Then patience with also joyful effort. Without the joyful effort, you really cannot come into zone to listening teaching, you know. And so you have enthusiasm, wanted to hear, wanted to listen. So it's called joyful effort. And then meditation is there because when you listening teaching, your mind is focused. If your mind is go to follow the past or follow the future, then you cannot hear the teachings. So you have meditation. Meditation means presently, you know, receiving moment or this understanding you hearing is your meditation. Then you have a wisdom because when when you hear these teachings, and this all knowledge is called wisdom, knowledge. All these 6 parameters different, all the knowledge, each knowledge we understanding is called wisdom. So 6 perfections are there. So that's called engaging also bodhicitta, engaging bodhicitta. So then this engaging aspiration, engaging bodhicitta. So what I share you during we have listening teaching we have. So then according to our individual level, so this bodhicitta is different, name is changed. So that's why here is the 21 acknowledges, means the bodhicitta difference like goes to quality aspect changing to 21 knowledges. There are 21 classic acknowledge that depict the excellent quality of a bodhicitta to quality from the Samaya Alankara. So Abhisamala Alankara is come from Buddha Metteyya. So Buddha Metteyya, he shared this 21 acknowledge bodhicittas, like the earth, God, and the moon, and the fire. So this means like bodhicitta is the same as earth like holding all this everything, So what means like earth is like when we are right now in the accumulation merit path, so bodhicitta is same as earth. And earth, can hold everything. Without earth, we cannot, anything we can do. The earth is like, holding or like benefit everything. So that's why, like, of course, bodhicitta is the same as earth. Bodhicitta is then go to another level. Bodhicitta is the same as God. Then another level, bodhicitta is the same as moon, and bodhicitta is the same as fire. So all this has lots of explanations. And then according to different philosophers, like disagreement which which path which this bodhicitta has. So names like this acknowledges, I mean, it's no easy topic. So the point is like, is this is the just names, like we understanding different names like bodhicitta. So meditator, practicing, who cultivating bodhicitta, then there's the mind is become like stable, maybe same as gold, the earth, like some shining is gold, more shining is moon, more heat, bodhicitta comes, more stone, same as fire. So kind of like that, stages. Your qualities become developing bodhicitta. Then Vajra and the mountain, medicine, a teacher, which granting gem, the sun and the sacred song, the royal treasure, stove of a king, a great path, stood, a 14 aspiring, a lot, a river and the rain clouds, 21 qualities describe it. So first see like more, first stage, this first part is you can see, like your mind qualities become developing strong and strong. Then second section, so you can see all the like benefiting for. So rain fountains means like benefiting. So that's how the bodhicittas like go to different levels acknowledgement. So this detail and talk about all the like which bodhicitta which path has, which then permit has which bodhicitta. It's lots of information, so it's not easy. So the point is we have to know just bodhicittas become strong and strong. Long as you're strong, is like when we meditate practicing, right now like our mind is kind of a ordinary mind means very frozen, and so then become you practice bodhicitta warm up, so earth can grow something, right? And your bodhicitta rising, your mind starting, it's like same as earth, means earth can grow something, so yours become warm up, and then goes to like more strong and strong, like same as fire, like your quality and bodhicitta is more strong and strong, and then developing that to go to become more strong and then benefit others. So that's why this acknowledgement 21 different levels. According to the 5 paths. So here is the 5 paths mentioned. Then bodhicitta is also divided in terms of the levels of the 5 paths. Bodhicitta on the path of accumulation and the path of closeness is said to be bodhicitta that is primarily cultivated through imagination and attitude. So when we are in the accumulation merit and engaging path, so then the bodhicitta is called, that is primarily cultivated through imagination and attitude bodhicitta. So we just cultivating imagination, like we wishing, wanting, desire, we reach liberation, desires want to benefit others. So it's more like for our, we don't have into really can't do that activity, but have a desire, wanted to reach enlightenment, wanted to liberate others. So good attitude through imagination and attitude. So that's the way in the first 2 parts. Bodhisattva has the bodhicitta is. Then the bodhicitta at the level of the first 7 bodhisattva permits, also known as the 7 impure permits, is called the bodhicitta of supreme motivation. So 7 permits, the first permit to 7 is that permit is called impure. Impure means like still have subtle obstacles. So that's why impure. In that state, the bodhicitta is called supreme motivation, very high level, motivation. Then at the level of the pure permit, it is known as wrapping bodhicitta, means then at bodhisattva's 9th bodhisattva, 10th permit bodhisattva. So these 3 bodhisattvas are called pure bodhisattvas, no obstacles. Free from all the afflictive emotions, obstacles. So that's why pure bodhisattva. In that bodhisattva is called wrapping bodhicitta, means like that bodhicitta is the same as Buddha Shakyamuni, like enlightened beings. They have ability, their bodhicitta. At the stage of reserved Buddhahood, so then after 10th permit reach to enlightened, it's called Buddhahood. Then it is known as bodhicitta, free from all obscurations, thus there are 4 divisions of Bodhicitta according to the path. So that's the 4 different, like acknowledge division, like different stages, making the different Bodhicitta, qualities. So this all, right now what we have here is a very simple, short, instant information. So, okay, recording is coming. So then, in this, like what today we're sharing here is important in philosophy's goal, because they wanted to know all these details, and then they have to, of course, like follow the Buddha's many like sutra teachings, then Buddha Maitreya, Nagarjuna. So all the scholars, what they have information, they learn, and then they wanted to know all these different stages, like Pemi Bodhisattva's qualities. And our just generally practicing, we don't know this until we really get own experience. So the point is just we have to know the Bodhicitta is embodiment of Bodhisattvas, embodiment of Buddhas. Like without this, we cannot reach to any these stages. So when Bodhicitta is stronger, and then go to different stages, higher and higher levels. So that's the point we have to know. The Buddha free from all obstacles. Thus are the 4 divisions of the Bodhicitta according to the path. Then according to the essence, to categorize according to the essence, there is the aspiring level of Bodhicitta with a commitment to the result, and there is the engaging aspect Bodhicitta with a commitment to the cause. This the aspiring Bodhicitta is commitment to the result. Aspiring Bodhicitta means I want to enlightenment. Okay, so that's called aspiring Bodhicitta. We are aspiring. And there is the engaging aspect is Bodhicitta with commitment to the cause. Commitment to the cause. Then I want to enlightenment is okay, aspiring. And the commitment, I'm going to practice 6 paramita. That's called, commitment is called the engaging aspect Bodhicitta. So it's aspiring is commitment to result. We wanted to do something, like you say, okay, I'm going to do that. Today, like you say, I wanted to receive essence of Mahayana teaching. So that's aspiring, aspiring Bodhicitta. Same like I wanted to become enlightened. Aspiring, your commitment to the result. Then you are in the teaching, listening, study all this, each sections. Same, like then I'm engaging, like if you wanted to reach enlightened, then we have to create a cause. So you are creating cause, so then it's called engaging Bodhicitta. So that's the 2 types also Bodhicitta. One is a commitment for result, one is commitment to the cause. Then according to, then how to take the vows. Then we have to, receive Bodhicitta vows. The way we take the Bodhisattva vow of aspiring engaging Bodhicitta is described in the rule text as follows. Sanje Neju Lama Kela Lang, take the vows from a knowledgeable Lama who holds a transmission lineage from the Buddha. So then we should take our vow from our root lama, who holds the vow lineages. So vow who has a lineage that is in unbroken stream, originating from the perfect Buddha. So all that come from Buddha Shakyamuni to enter, know the lineage is unbroken lineage. And who is knowledge? Like teacher has a knowledge and experience, and like practicing bodhicitta experience in the bodhisattva. We have a teaching and the practice. So then we have to receive that kind of teacher from the bodhisattva vows. So like we know Atisha's story also. He looking to bodhicitta teacher, so he cannot find anyone in India. Could be, like maybe all teachers is like maybe not same as his level. Our like ordinary, of course, we have teacher that can receive, but he's or maybe higher already. So he cannot find anyone there. So then he looked who has a really rare bodhisattva and who has all this knowledge and the lineage and the knowledge, everything, qualities. So he see the Jose Lingpa. He is in the Indonesia. So that's why Atisha went to Indonesia. When there's long stories, he received the Bodhisattva vow from Indonesia, from Jose Lingpa. So due to that blessings, so in Indonesia, there's people are very peaceful, calm. I don't know, okay? So we have to ask Indonesian people. The Jose Lengpa, he has Bodhicitta, vow, and all this, everything, teaching, practice. He's a absolute true Bodhisattva. And so Atisha received from him, and he bring the vow to in the India and in Tibet. So point is, of course, there, Atisha there, authentic, very high practitioner level. So there, bring to this pure lineage, and they hold the Buddha's lineage, like this vows. So lineage, their holder lineage is not easy. Of course, like we Buddha Shakyamuni, after many people receive Bodhisattva vow and practice Bodhicitta, and they reach, of course, Bodhisattva level and enlightened, but still cannot be the lineage holder. So lineage holders is Buddha Shakyamuni, Buddha Maitreya, Asanga, Shantideva. So all this, come from lineages we have. So in that part of lineage, they need, like true, like very high level, I think, authentic. They have to receive. In our case, the important is we need good intention ourselves. We need good intention. I want to reach enlightenment. And then when you feel comfortable, ready to receive Bodhisattva vow, and any teacher, like you can receive vow is better, otherwise you really cannot find a teacher to receiving vows if too much engaging, the investigation. So that's why our case, we, long as you feel comfortable and we wanted to, reach enlightenment and wanted to practice Bodhisattva and need this lineage blessings, we have to take, Bodhisattva vows. Then we can take Bodhisattva vows and many diversity teachers. And nothing wrong that you can take every single day. You can take million times Bodhisattva vows. So the point is like reach to enter enlightenment. We can take again and again all the time. And then long as also Bodhisattva vow is broken, so you can repairing again. Bodhicitta vow is the same as gore. The gore chain is broken, so you can make again. Use that, create again. So that's the good news. And Bodhisattva vow is more easy than loose Pakimokkha vows. Usually people, think Pakimokkha vow is more harder. Bodhicitta vow is more easy, but actually other way. Bodhicitta vow is more harder than Pakimokkha vows. Pakimokkha vow is more physical, external conduct. Bodhicitta is more mental, mind. So mind is very crazy. We know that. Easily rising, the no good intentions. so very hard to control. So that's why very easy to lose. But the good thing is easy to repairing again. So you can retake again. The bodhicitta, then you take from the teacher, and after you can take bodhicitta again, like from the Buddha's statues, stupas, important object you can receive from them too. And so that's important. That's also the reason we chant every single day bodhicitta, refuge bodhicitta prayers. We should firmly receive. Okay, and who is knowledge and experience the bodhicitta vehicle teachings and practice? We should firmly receive our bodhisattva vows at own auspicious time. So then, actually when you take bodhicitta vows, that is actually most important our life, something, activity. So usually people birthday, and marriage, these things are so important and put so much effort, so much money, time. So of course that's the like worldly samsara. In the spiritual, which is most important, you can do something, is when you receive bodhicitta vows. So then bodhicitta vow, when you're going to receive, we receive our bodhisattva vow at auspicious time, like good timing, like maybe 4 moon days, okay, or 10th, like lunar calendar 10th day Pema Sambhava, or Dakinis day, something, good special day. In front of a holy aspiration of the 3 jivas. So all like taking bodhisattva vow is then like important object. So many teachers go to Indonesia, where Atisha received the bodhisattva vow from Josa Lempa. They go there to receive bodhisattva vows too. And sometimes people inviting, groups inviting teacher and go there and receive bodhisattva vows. So then, of course, like Bodhigaya, where is Buddha enlightenment, Varanasi, like he shared the Four Noble Truth teaching, like these all holy places, or in, other like masters, lineages, Pema Sambhava, or Malarepa, Marpalosawa. So, all this, any special like teachers, holy place, or you have very something special object, Buddha's relic and special statues, tankas, so or whatever you have, 3 jivas. We should arrange elaborated offerings, then offering whatever you put more important things. And seeing the Lama as the actual Buddhas. So then you put effort and receive the bodhisattva vow. So that's the if you do more in this effort in during this offering things, then you have more ability, to performing dharma. I mean, like your spiritual path is more more create accumulation, many and less obstacles. So the what his Holiness Chesang he mentioned, when he received Bodhicitta vow, and then he said he has he left Tibet. He don't have anything. He said when he found the teacher and the Bodhisattva teacher, and he going to receive teaching. So his parents give him is strong. It's called Z. Z is just like eye, like they have eye imprint in the stone. So it's a very expensive object. So he said he has only that. He said he cut and break up, and one is put into mandala, and half is mandala. Put what he said, like mandala, some offering, and half is in the Buddha's, like some object and offering to teacher. So he said power of that, then he can create all the monastery, spiritual path. So that's his experience. So like that, many people during the when they receive the Bodhisattva vows, refuge vows, important, like the orange elaborate offering is like giving up some, important object offering. So that's actually not teachers need, Buddha's need. Yeah. So you doing that means like you really care about, you really wanting something. Exchange, like we business people say exchanging, like you really wanting something, you from your heart. So that's the important. So that's why the used to, like during the Marpalosa time, when you receive teachers not sharing the teaching, reason is like people who are going to receive teaching, they're really wanting or not. They're testing, have to give up important things. So no, we at another hand, bodily activity, some sort of things so important. Another hand, okay, Dharma, we need Dharma, we know Dharma is important. We goes both. Not too bad, it's okay. But still we are stuck, and another leg is a samsara, another leg wanted to, move to spiritual path. Anyway, like still not pure, intention is like rising like through our mind stream. Still we, like another hand stuck in the worldly attachment. So the point is like here is in this case, if you do something like as some special, then it's more powerful. And seeing the Lama as the actual Buddha, we should give rise to the Bodhicitta commitment according to unique method of great Bodhicitta in the tradition of great Digomba. So so this, Bodhicitta, what was in Digong Kaju tradition, Chop Jiktin Sumgon, his lineage is so important, and like have teaching is like performing Bodhicitta many days. It's a longer Bodhicitta vow receiving is performing many days. So then, create lots elaborated offerings, special day, and then, the most important teacher, and then, like when we're receiving, so we do lots importing way to receiving. So that's a way to, you know, like the tradition, unique method of great Bodhicitta in the tradition of great Digompa. So this is just name of mentioned, but here not talking about all these, you know, instructions. Bodhicitta vow we can receive very short way, also very profound, very long. You know, is followed by this tradition of great Digompa. Digompa means Digonkaju tradition. Then benefit of a Bodhicitta. So long as you have a Bodhicitta, then Bodhicitta benefit ourselves and others. So the benefit of give rise to Bodhicitta in this way are conceived and inconceivable ways, as Jigten Songgun wrote. So benefits of this are as well as infinite space. The Sutra of Inconceivable Secret, this is further secreted. So that is a root text, is the benefits of this as well as the infinite space. And then next one is come from Buddha Shakyamuni. So Buddha Shakyamuni has one of Sutra of the Inconceivable Secret, the teaching that name. From there, Buddha Shakyamuni, this is a further secreted, is merely by giving rise to Bodhicitta. So rising the Bodhicitta, or you know, you taking the Bodhicitta, the bounty of merit that you will accrue if measure as form, and in fact would even exceed it. It in summary, okay, so okay, so if the, you know, Bodhicitta vow, when we read with the taking or, you know, performing Bodhicitta, that accumulation merit, the Buddha mentioned the accumulation, if there has a physical form, this space cannot, you know, how to say, the cannot hold or cannot be enough, the room, you know. So we think about, like, we have a big house, you can put so many things inside there. So Bodhicitta, of course, whatever you have big rooms, not enough. Not only rooms, like, okay, right now I'm in Canada, example. Canada is almost the biggest land in the world. So this whole Canada space, not enough Bodhisattva vows accumulation, merit, you know, the land is not enough to space is not enough. Then this whole world is not enough. So that's a kind of like create accumulation merit, like Bodhicitta. So that's why I think then, you know, we're doing something physically things, create accumulation merit, is a mental, you know, aspiration, engaging is more powerful. So the Bodhicitta, as I see, like no space enough if there has like physical accumulation merit. Then also Jigten Sumgon mentioned again Chozo Tikchin Namjo Drusomjo. The accumulation were perfected. We will enter the yoga of great vehicles, and the three obscurations were vanquished. So long when we have Bodhicitta vow, we have become Mahayana, great vehicle. And then also Bodhicitta can purify all three of obstacles, will be vanquished. the true sublime accumulation of merit and wisdom will be perfect. The first time we give rise to bodhicitta, this alone take us out of the realm of the Shavaka and the Pakchika Buddha vehicle. So long as we have a bodhicitta, we are free from all this Hinayana, like, intention or activity. So, usually our practices we call our Hinayana, because self-liberation, only we doing things is like our own benefit. More, we scared in samsara, wanting liberate, and so doing things like for more, for our own liberation. So long as bodhicitta into us, our mind, and then free from that vehicle into great vehicle that is suppress them through three spiritual qualities. Our body, speech, and mind are thus elevated to the yoga of a great vehicle. So then, like these three, qualities become differences. Like our body, speech, mind become transformed to Mahayana level. First, second, also, the three obscuration, those of karma, emotional poison, and the subtle obscuration to omniscience will be purified. So, like first benefit is we have become Mahayana. Then transforming our body, speech, mind. Second benefit. Third benefit is, purify all our obscurations. So then conception, all roots of virtue were multiple exponentially become various roots of virtue. Then of course, like our virtuous deeds is become increasing. So long as we receive bodhisattva vow, then naturally all the merit is naturally increasing. So long as you receive bodhisattva vow, and even you are sleeping, your accumulation merit is increasing. So same is like you did some good investment, yeah. So you put investment, then even doing business, you put investment, your interest is increasing. So you don't have to work anything actually, even you take interest, like you increasing again and again. So interest and put also more investment, so then you can get more increasing. So similar like that, adya, okay, bodhicitta vow means. So long as we have received the bodhicitta vow, also like taking refuge, taking bodhisattva vows, then our virtuous deeds is naturally increasing. Then doing action, of course, more increasing. More power. So same is like special days like formal days, like in this month is we call 100,000 times increasing. Month is called 1,000 times multiple month. In this month is like multiple month is like 1,000 times increasing. So especially formal day is already gone. Formal day a couple of days ago. So in that day is like more powerful. So then Sagadava, is special day like increasing. Similarly, when we receive bodhisattva vows, so then your activity or spiritual is multiple, more increasing. So becoming West, okay, so that's this point, multiple exponentially become West roots of virtue. Regarding the object of accomplishments, so then Ru takes says San Ja Chin, San Je Se Nyek San Sem Ji. West become your virtue and you become a child of Buddha because of Bodhicitta. Once we have given rise to Bodhicitta, even a small virtuous act, because it is started by Bodhicitta intention, become served by this Bodhicitta and expands to become West root of virtue. The moment we give rise to Bodhicitta, we become the son or daughter of the Buddha, and we become worthy of receiving postations from gods and humans. The benefit continue at the time of death as well. The root takes roots. So when we have received Bodhicitta vows, starting in that moment, then we are become son of Buddhas, daughter of Buddhas. So the Buddha's son, daughter is Bodhisattvas. And then also any do virtuous deeds is become increasing. So also people, others, offering is you long as you have a bodhicitta, you can receive the offerings. Offering, so then also people can put homage to that person because long as the power of bodhicitta. So in this case, like say, okay, long as we receive the bodhisattva vows, so then the person have a bodhicitta. The power of bodhicitta, the person has become spiritual person. And then we can homage to that person. We can bow down to that person. And all the human beings, like say human beings, like who has a bodhicitta, then that's the person is become spiritual, holy person. The reason is not the person, okay, part of the power of bodhicitta, yeah. And then kings, that says, okay, the gods also can pay homage to that person. Reasons the kings, the gods, they don't have this bodhicitta. So who has a bodhicitta, then we can pay homage to that person. Anything you receiving from that person's object, also called protection. So bodhicitta, so any, like the object has power. The reason is like, power of bodhicitta. So that's why, we try to get something special things from the gurus. Like gurus means like embodiment of a bodhicitta. So long as you receive any object from them, so it's become special object. It is protection. So that protection, true protection, is where its source come from is bodhicitta. Then the person's any like aspiration, prayer also has a power to benefit others. So that's why bodhicitta is the most important. As long as bodhicitta arise, we also become our not ordinary person. Even we take relative through the bodhisattva, so actually we can call we are sangha. Sangha, true Sangha, good, the most important, the true Sangha is we have to receive Bodhicitta vows. Then, of course, you practicing 6 paramita is more powerful, more benefit for other beings. So that's why here says, worthy of receiving prostration from gods and humans. The benefit continue at the time of death as well. So then we die, of course, truly we bodhicitta benefit. So we have something, take with us. Most important, the thing we can take with us is bodhicitta. The root text also again, the mentioned. The long as we have a bodhicitta, then Samjor Devar Portion Javarnjor means this will carry you onwards, where you will move to happier states and become victorious. At the time of death, carried onwards by bodhicitta. So when we die, that time, we can take bodhicitta. The benefit come with us. We will continue to traverse to happier and happier states. It means like go to higher and higher, more happiness stages. Our mind fill with joy. So then we have joy and happy. So why we suffering? Because we don't have bodhicitta enough. Why we sad? Because no bodhicitta, Why we have so many obstacles? Because no bodhicitta. And why we have so many problems? Because we don't have enough bodhicitta. That's why, all the negative is rising because reason is no bodhicitta. And so long as we have bodhicitta, then see perfect waking Buddhas, like always happy, joy, more happy and more happy. Then we can always joy. In the best case, sincere, we will become perfectly awakened Buddhas. So then this bodhicitta take us to Buddha's horde. So bodhicitta is same as like jet. Okay, so long as you have a jet, you can cross ocean. And as long as we have a bodhicitta, so we can, traverse and go through all the samsara to go to enlightened. So in the middling century, we will become realized bodhisattvas on the premise and the path, and in the worst case scenario, we will be inseparable from the 3 jewels and reborn in extraordinary realm. So the highest, the benefit is we reach to enlightenment. Second, middle level we benefit is we go through, traversing, go through the bodhisattva stages. It is like long as you have a bodhisattva, the Buddha Dharma protection is always with us. Even we are in samsara, we have true protection, Buddha Dharma. Become 3 jewels and reborn in extraordinary realm means like higher realms we take birth. Thus, no matter what, with bodhicitta, we will become victorious. So long as we have bodhicitta, we can become victorious. Without bodhicitta, everything we are, or whatever we have, everything is actually, we are loser, okay? And long as you have bodhicitta, truly winner. And winner from samsara. We have become winner from our own afflictive emotions. We are winner from our negative karma. So we can winner from our own obstacle, problems, sufferings. So that's why bodhicitta is absolute truth protection, most important. So long as bodhicitta arising our mind, then we can enjoy in samsara. Long as bodhicitta rise, samsara suffering is not really destroy our happiness. And then, you have more courage. Long as bodhicitta into our mind stream, we have courage. I can stay in samsara, I can benefit other beings. So that's why like Manjushri, Chinreze, what their aspiration? Their aspirations until end of until samsara's end, I'm not going to reach enlightenment. So why they can do that aspiration? Because bodhicitta. So long as they have bodhicitta, they can go into hell realms. And ordinary beings go to hell realms, suffering. But these bodhisattvas go to hell realms, no suffering. And they can benefit others, to liberate other beings there. The long as this have bodhicitta, the bodhisattvas can go to the like animal realms. They can take birth animal form body, but they're not suffering. They use the animal form body, benefit many other beings. So then of course they can go to human beings body, take birth and benefit many beings. They're not suffering. Suffering not affected to them. So that's always the power of a bodhicitta. So that's what we have to understand. Okay, so now I think we finish it there today. Then we can follow tomorrow again. So what I share teaching, please, if you get time, you read again is most important. So receiving teaching only not enough. Homework is most important. You go back to read, or you maybe listening again, and so cultivate bodhicitta again and again. Okay, so we call today and tomorrow is we call bodhicitta day. So make bodhicitta day yourself. Then day is become special day. We make day is special. Okay, so long as you have take bodhicitta vow, that day is a special day. Birthday is not special day actually. And then many we celebrating something in the worldly things. That days are not really special days, like actually create causes of suffering days. But people like suffering, I think. They like to celebrating suffering day. When we take birth, it's a suffering. Mother's extremely suffering. Child is extremely suffering. That's why so much cry. As I don't see the physically mother taking birth, but I see many movies. So child is birth is cry. It's suffering. Its birth is a suffering. But people do celebration, birthday celebration, right? So we birthday celebration, and then when you married, people were marriage like engaging. It's big parties. It's starting samsara, and starting suffering again. So that's also the people does see, and so that's why it's like we have to change. Celebration for your today. You say bodhicitta's day. Tomorrow bodhicitta day. So we have to celebrate bodhicitta's day. Okay. Make bodhicitta's day. Long as you you know, practicing, I think we performing generate bodhicitta, then this day can become bodhicitta's day. So create bodhicitta today and tomorrow bodhicitta's teaching. Okay, so we finish it, the teaching, and go to dedication. Mary, please.
Dorje Chang, Talopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa, Dharma Lord Gampopa, Banro Drupa, and Lord Dringumpa, please bestow upon us the most auspicious blessings of all the Kaigyu Lamas. By this virtue, may I achieve omniscience by defeating all enemies, confusion. May all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray that the Lama may have good health. I pray that the Lama may have long life. I pray that your Dharma activities are spread far and wide. I pray that I may not be separated from you. As Manjushri the warrior realized the ultimate state, and as did Samantrabhadra, I will follow in their path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth of the unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order, may the merit I share bear fruit. By the virtues collected in the three times by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the innate root of virtues, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain the unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the great Dringompa Ratna Shri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, translator Shirap.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Khenpo.
Fai. 谢谢你翻译. Thank you, Shirap, translating. And thank you, everyone. Tashidele, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Khenpo.
Thank you，
感恩上师，感恩仁波切，
Khenpo，
积德
感恩上师，
乐。
感恩上师，感恩译师，扎基德勒。
感恩上师，
感恩上师，
感恩翻译，扎西德勒。
扎西德勒，
感恩上师，
上师，感谢律师以及诸位道友，
感恩一直，
感恩上师，
Muchas gracias, Rinpoche.
大戒，
感恩上师，
感恩师，
上师，感恩上师，
感恩上
扎西德勒，
感
感
恩
恩扎西德勒，
Thank you, Khenpo.
不过下又没了吗？
感恩上师，
感恩上师，感恩欢喜老师，谢谢大家。
感恩上师。